Little jokes. All right. Well, this was a day off for me because I work for a bank. Whatever we call this holiday in October, I have the day off, so it's like I have to figure out how to fill in that day, and I like work, so I still need to be active. That included having lunch at Mall America. I had often heard about that Wahlburgers place, especially inside Hy-Vee stores, so then I finally ate at it. And I've had food from bars before. I mean, it is pretty close to what I've had at bars, so yeah, no complaint there. And when I was done, I got a picture of the Blue Bloods poster in the back because, of course, that was one of the rules by one of the investors of Wahlburgers, the brother of the chef. I was a little disappointed they didn't have a poster for Invincible, which was done by the other famous brother, because, hey, that was a pro football movie I had seen. But what are you going to do? Yeah, it was still worth it to go there. I mean, and I probably paid a lot more than what I did for burger and fries and tea. So, yeah, no complaint there, especially when it's Mall of America. That can be an expensive visit. Wasn't the only place I stopped at for food, though, because I like my airline miles, and I found out I can get airline miles if I go to an ice cream place. And they said, "You're paying with a card?" Yeah, I kind of have to if I want airline miles. That was a lesson I learned from doing call center work many years ago in suburban Chicago. We did it for various airlines. You pay with a registered card or participating restaurant. So yeah, if I paid cash there, and I probably had enough for that, I wouldn't get miles. But I guess you probably didn't understand that concept either. But well, it was still good ice cream, cookies and cream. I mean, you can't go too far wrong with that. You gotta go with what's available there. And I had to have something more exciting than vanilla. Oh, another nice thing about Mall of America, if you want to fill in time, plenty of walking space there. And then it gave me more ideas for another day off since I don't live that far away from there, even if all I do is eat there or at the nearby IKEA. Well, I spoke being a banking place that means tails, man, like tails from the crypt. Some days can be busier than others, but, well, I don't mind, but sometimes things can be almost a little much, almost not quite. Like on Friday, it had been scheduled a week in advance that a copier from another floor was going to get picked up. No problem there. I mean, most of my colleagues have moved to another office, so it's being picked up due to lack of use, and I'm there to handle it, and really nobody else is. So I get it. I've done it before, like when a check printer was picked up because we got a new one. And I tried to document things as much as possible, including saying that it was picked up by two men in a green and white Mayflower truck from Mankato. And then I was allowed to copy the form that I signed, because I wanted something sent along to my superiors, because I'm a big believer in due diligence. And I stayed until I saw the truck leave the lot, the parking lot. I mean, I probably didn't have to do that, but this is expensive equipment, and I didn't want to be on the hook for missing a step. Who would be? Who would want to be on the hook for that? Because I'm sure it isn't cheap. One of those copiers, I remember seeing how much it cost just for an expansion tray on the check printer. And what also made it a busy day was not even an hour later, the monthly envelope orders showed up, and the branch manager rang the doorbell. That's about all who rings it now, since it's largely a vacant building now. And I said, "Yeah, good thing you didn't ring it while I was helping with the copier." And she said, "Well, we would have figured things out then." And it's like, yeah, I don't think you would have liked those box of envelopes being dumped in the branch, because it's happened before. It doesn't look as tidy for the general public. That's why I move things out right away once I hear about it, because I need it and it probably helps them too. Because even the branch manager has said before, when the public sees boxes lined up on that table, they think, oh, it's a UPS drop-off. No, the box is on another floor. But you don't want to antagonize customers, so it's like you just humor them, and then things go a little better. things to do too. Saturday I got another COVID vaccine, except I wasn't thrilled about how long I had to wait just to get checked in. I guess that old saying about hurry up and wait. But I was fine with the ones that finally happened, as long as I don't see the needle go in, so that means don't look at it. I actually had some small talk with the administrator of it too. Well, I think that makes it go better too, along with I claimed a sticker that had a pear on it, and a year ago it was Tom and Jerry. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure that's for the kids, but hey, a vaccine isn't much fun, so they had no problem with me taking a sticker with me. And I said, yeah, I know you have suckers too, but I don't need one of those. And then I also went to a play, although it wasn't your typical play, but as a history major, I still wanted to see it. It was a play about the Hinckley Fire of 1894, a town I've only been to because they have a casino, and I saw a concert up there, Kenny Rogers at their casino. And some of those stories about people who perished in that fire were sobering, to say the least. And, well, I guess I should have expected to hear that. It's like, well, this isn't a comedy at all, even if they do comedy plays at some other point, too. But it was a nice touch. Not only was it in not your typical venue, it was in a former church building. And then at one point, I guess it was somehow part of the play on bringing water to people after they survived the fire. So then the crowd members were all given water. And it's like, yeah, you don't see that every place, so cool. That's a nice touch. It probably doesn't cost them very much either. And if you can believe it, as a performer, I kind of turned down the opportunity to become a part of the play because before they told the stories of the fire, there was a wedding depiction, and then the actors danced around the part where the crowd members were, and then one of them said, "Want to come?" And it's like, and I froze, I didn't, and only one crowd member joined them in the dance, and it's like, well, that probably would have been fun, but I think I'll just enjoy this a little more. So, yeah, we all make choices in life. Oh, well, that'll do it for me. Thank you all, been great.